Hey everyone, and welcome to Seoul, South Korea. Today we're going to be walking to the famous Gangnam district, which is arguably one of the largest business centers in all of South Korea. It is most known for their luxury office towers, or as I would like to call them, the Class A office towers. You also have a lot of luxury five-star hotels, such as the Park Hyatt and the like. So we're going to be walking to the World Trade Center. I just got off the metro right here, exit number 4. Took me about 45 minutes to get to Seoul from Yongin, which is a smaller city just outside of Seoul, which is pretty close to Suwon, South Korea, which is also a very, very nice city. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. It's about 87 degrees Fahrenheit here in Korea today. Bright sunshine, moderate humidity, and it's an absolutely picture-perfect day. The time is about 3:38 p.m. So right as we get to the Gangnam district, it should be just the start of rush hour. You can see the traffic is pretty heavy already. One of the things I've noticed about Korea so far is that it's very hilly. So you definitely do get good exercise walking around. And if you're biking around, these hills are pretty much vertical. We also have elevators to pretty much every subway station. As we've said before, most of the crosswalks here in Korea have these umbrellas, which is pretty convenient because you cannot cross against the light here. You have to wait until the walk sign turns. So it's a very hot day and sunny day out like it is today. You don't really have to stand in the sun. Tons of different coffee shops on the way too. Starbucks across the street. And here's another one right here. Another thing I really like about Seoul is pretty much every single subway station has like a mall built into it. So it's like an underground world. And there's public restrooms. So you have public restrooms, place to get something to eat, Also a lot of benches for sitting, which is something that is very uncommon, especially in New York, where if anything, the city of New York goes out of their way to remove places for people to sit in the subways to prevent, homeless people and things like that from kind of setting up shop there. So it's definitely a big change. It's like almost like a shock spending a lot of time here, just kind of comparing and contrasting a lot of the different infrastructure and the priorities. Definitely lots of food options too. One of the things you'll notice is the lunch specials pretty much go on throughout all of the restaurants throughout the city, and it is extremely cheap. As you can see, 10,000 Korean won, 11,000 Korean won. I actually just got lunch at this place. Obviously I don't know the name of it, but it was 7,000 Korean won. And if you want to do the conversion to US dollars, it's a little over $5. And I got a full thing of beef bulgogi, a soup, and all of the different banchan sides, as they call it. But obviously the closer you get into Seoul, the more expensive. Another coffee shop here. Something very, very unique about Korea is there's a lot of stores that are open 24/7, either convenience style stores similar to a 7-Eleven or just a coffee shop that is fully automated. So there's no employees. It's totally self-checkout. And they just have cameras everywhere. So you just walk in, it's a retail storefront. It could be 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. You pick whatever you want off the shelf, and you just pay for it and you walk out. I guess they just have so much trust that nobody will steal anything. It's very, very cool. I went to one of those 24-hour cafes yesterday. There's places to sit down, so you could technically do your work, boot up your laptop, work from one of these internet cafes 24 hours a day, and there's no employees. You just make the drink yourself. It's very cool. Very unique. There's nothing like that I've seen, at least in the United States. We'll try to get some shots across the street at all the different restaurants. It's kind of quiet over here, but in about maybe a little less than a quarter mile, this is going to drop us off right into the main part of the Gangnam district. This is a very, very expensive neighborhood, I hear. I was looking it up a little bit earlier today. Lots of these brand new apartment buildings, brand new offices. Interesting architecture. Wow. It's a pretty amazing street here. We may take a little bit of a detour just to kind of walk down. Super unique, isn't it? Everything looks super unique and brand new developed. Look at this place. Coffee, dessert, whiskey. It's a very peaceful street too. We'll try to take a detour down here and then get back on that main road to take us all the way back down. This looks like an omakase place. $65,000 for a full course omakase. These GS25 stores are all over the place. These are like 7-Elevens, mini convenience stores. This looks like a cool coffee shop here. TikTok Sip. Another coffee house. I really like these vans here. These things are cool. Here's another one of those convenience stores. Got a gas station right here. Korean car wash. Very cool. Another entrance to the subway. You have a Korean Burger King and then yet another coffee and tea shop. By now you're probably picking up on the huge coffee culture here. In just a few more blocks, you're really going to start to see a lot of foot traffic start to pick up. You're also starting to see a lot of the traffic pick up too. This is where a lot of the main 5-star hotels are. We're going to come up on the other side of the Park Hyatt in a moment. And I think these are new apartment complexes here. Now, one of the things I really love about Seoul is you're walking through this beautiful modern city, but just across the way you have this beautiful temple where if we have time we'll quickly stop in and just do one quick walk around. But the Gangnam district is virtually right here. Some of Korea's biggest business leaders work and live within this neighborhood. And now we've reached the World Trade Center here in Seoul. We're on the back end of it. It's going to look more familiar to you as we continue to walk down. But just off to our left is this temple it's just unbelievably gorgeous. It's almost indescribable. And you'll see what I mean in just a moment as we cross the street. So I would say if you're visiting Korea, particularly in Seoul, you know, as you're kind of walking around the Gangnam district, the COEX Center, and the World Trade Center, maybe just take a few minutes to kind of go off the beaten path, if you will, and check out the temple here. And this is the side entrance to the COEX Center. And this is the temple across the street. So this is the North Gate at COEX. This is the World Trade Center Seoul parking lot. Okay, we have the light. So we'll go ahead and cross and we'll check out the temple. And it's so interesting because, again, you have all of these, you know, high-rise luxury hotels and buildings and offices, but mixed into the city are just these amazing, amazing temples. Here's a better shot of the COEX Center. And now I want you to pay attention to the color and the details on these. Just a really breathtaking place. It's just amazing. You have these amazing paper lanterns. And then again, you have all of this with the backdrop of all the modern buildings. It's really quite an amazing experience. I don't really know how to describe it. I would say you kind of have to come here and visit yourself. They even have public restrooms here too. This is unbelievable. Look at that, how interesting that juxtaposition is. These unbelievably stunning temples with the backdrop of the new modern Seoul. Looks like they're doing some restoration work on this one. So glad I got to show you guys that. Because that was really one of the most eye-opening things for me the first time I came to Korea. Is just I just guess the juxtaposition of it all. It's such a modern city, super high-tech, but it's all been built around this amazing original Korean history, which is very cool. So just make that a mental note. If you're visiting the Gangnam district, or maybe you have a few meetings at the World Trade Center, just walk across the street and check out this unbelievable temple. And I only really showed you guys maybe like 20% of it. There's so much more. It's just an incredible, incredible place. And just like that, you're back into the main city center. We're gonna make a left and then we'll make a slight right. I just want to look at this thing one more time. I'm really fascinated by all the colors. It's like such vivid colors on the wood. It's really amazing. Okay, we'll make this left. It's also a must to go there at night because they light up all the paper lanterns. It looks incredible. And this building right here, this big tall one, that is the World Trade Center. They're doing a ton of construction over here. I would say starting from the Park Hyatt all the way to the northernmost side of the World Trade Center. Everything's under construction. I don't know if they're refortifying the subway or whatnot, but it's been like that for 3 years now since I've been coming here. Here's more cafes. The Coffee Bean is up there. And we will wait to cross. If I zoom in, you can see the main Canon headquarters. You'll also see the glass tower as well as the park. If we continue to walk down, you're going to be able to see the Lotte Tower. This is looking up north. But once we get through all this construction, you'll be able to see a little bit of it. This will kind of be a view looking down into the COEX Center. It goes indoor, outdoor, and you can see really the main transit hub here. Everybody going to the different trains, the different shops. It's like a mini world down there. It's a very hot day today, so a lot of the people tend to be underground. Here's a very good shot of the Lotte Tower. You can barely see it. I'll try to adjust the brightness. but just perfectly centered in the middle of the screen. That is the tallest building in Korea, the Lotte Tower. If you have the time, if you're visiting here, I would 100% either stay in the hotel or go to the top of the Lotte Tower. It's insane up there. Ooh, here's a better view. It really sticks out. And it's so unique to look at in person, it's insane. This is the Gangnam style, I think from that popular song a while back. And this is the entrance to the Starfield, excuse me, COEX Mall. That building in the distance is the Park Hyatt. Really nice hotel. And here's the COEX. This is the East Gate entrance. They have a little information section, information booth. We are now officially in the lobby of the World Trade Center. Pretty cool. Very busy in here. You can see World Trade Center Seoul. And then again up here. Wow, it's the Seoul International Book Fair. This place is massive. You could literally spend all day in here. Oh, these flower kind of things here are very customary to Korean culture. If you just open a business or something, you'll bring those, or like funeral, like those style. But I never knew. This is the Seoul International Book Fair, apparently, is today. Maybe I'll have to check that out. But the lobby of the World Trade Center is really, really impressive. And this is the connection to the Samsung station. I mentioned this before, but one of the things I love about Korea is that almost every subway stop is connected to some major building and has numerous shops, coffee shops, even restaurants and grocery stores in there too. This is now going out the west gate. And across the street is more convenience stores, coffee shops. You even have Sotheby's Korea, Sotheby's International Realty Korea. You can see some people getting out of work. This is the airport limousine bus. I actually took this from Incheon Airport, but I didn't take it here. I think this is the last stop. I believe I got off closer to Suwon, I believe. And to the left is the Hyundai building, which is another really, really impressive building here. This is where I went in last time. Let's see if we could walk in here again. It's unbelievable in there. You got to experience it. There's quite literally an infinite amount of shops, restaurants, luxury retailing. This is where I went in the last time. Let's see if we can get in again. This is the main valet section. So they'll valet your car. You have luxury shops like Tiffany & Co. Hermes is over there. We'll go downstairs because that's where the food is. You have Cartier. It's so... I think you'll be very impressed with down here. There's so many options. It's just mini restaurant after boutique, so many different places. And then once you get your food, you can sit down here. and all the different buildings connect underground. So this is the Hyundai, but then this also connects to the coex here. Here's more bakery items. I don't know the exact statistic on this, but Korea must be the country that has some of the highest concentration in cafes. The cafe and the coffee culture here, especially with pastries and things, it's unbelievable. There's so many.